All right, so when most people hear upgrade, they feel upgrade is a rocket science. So upgrade could mean an advancement in your ways of doing things. So in this tutorial, I'm not teaching you how to sew or how to cut, but I'm trying to explain to you ways you can upgrade, right? Now, in some cases, most people don't use some basic tools like ruler. If they want to rule a straight line, they use your hand and draw. This is not acceptable in this 25th century. You need to be articulative. Some persons, if they want to mark 4 inches for hemming, for folding of the top, they guess, they just draw, and most times you might be right, you might be wrong, and these things contributes to your total finishing when you are working. So your upgrade is a general or a cumulative advancement in everything you are doing as regards to sewing, from measurement to drafting to cutting to finishing to everything to packaging to even pricing. Is called upgrade. So you need to learn and understand that upgrade does not really mean one particular thing. It means a general approach in an advancement in general approach of whatever you are doing. And the more you get used to the um, the standard method of doing things, the more you see yourself excelling or succeeding. So now some persons as well, they have this belief that armhole is always 9. I have met some people, the armhole is 9. I say, who gave you 9? The 9 you are using, who gave you? The 9 is not true to all values, right? So you have to derive your armholes in all cases. So when you understand that these things are not constant, you have to know the formula, which I have shown us in my previous videos. I have explained on how to get your armhole, your neckline, and everything. Now, some persons as well, when they get to the neckline, they guess the neckline value. It's not proper that you should be guessing your neckline at this point in time. Every tailor must learn how to measure and calculate a perfect neckline, because this contributes to your total finishing and upgrade. So upgrade is not a rocket science. It's not something that you find in the moon. It's something that you get with by doing. You can see the way I'm taking my time to use my ruler to mark all of these things. It doesn't mean that I cannot do the other way around by using my free hand. Even if you're using free hand, you still need to use your ruler. This set of curves are essential, especially if you are not especially for every person. You must learn and know how to do this by yourself, because if you don't get to the professional way of doing things, your job will always be behind. And investing in tools, steam iron, industrial sewing is also a great way to upgrade yourself. It's also a great way to do what? Upgrade yourself. So all of these things I'm telling you are one of the ways you can use upgrade. Aside sewing very well, you also need to check out your approach of sewing. What and what you do, what and what you put in place to sew. Just like today, yesterday, I placed an order for a new set of ruler. Now, it's not as if I don't have an existing one, but I feel the new ruler I'm getting will, ginger me more to be more perfect in my drawing and faster, because there must be a reason why these rulers are made available in the market from time to time. And I also told you in my other video I did that I also make sure I get new scissors from time to time. So this is part of the upgrade I'm talking about. You don't need to use those blue scissors to start cutting fabrics that you have laid. Like right here, I have 4 fabrics I laid. and these fabrics I am cutting them equally, and those small scissors will not be able to cut all of these things, right? But if you get a new scissors, you can see how sharp and how smooth the cutting is going, and it will give you that freedom, to cut without stress. But when you use those small scissors, you will see yourself struggling, putting more pressure, as if you're cutting something that is not possible to cut with scissors. Right? So all of this contributes to your upgrade. So that's why I am always trying to bring you these tutorials from time to time. You watch them, practice them, ask questions. Most people as well, they feel shy to associate themselves with some learning methods or some professionals. They like to learn behind the camera. They like to learn hiding. They like to keep their learning source hidden. It's not proper. It's not good, right? So if you have anybody you are learning from, feel free to associate yourself with them publicly, openly. Even if it's just a little thing you learned, acknowledge the fact that I learned from you. I learned it from you. It makes you a better teller or a better designer. But most people will watch the video of some tutor or some tutors online. They will fail to like. They won't comment. They feel if they comment that the person will know. Most of these comments, when we even see them, it's even maybe some months after. Sometimes we don't even see them because comments drops in on daily basis, right? So now, as you can see as well, I am using pin to pin this. Now, there's a reason why I am pinning this, to make sure that these panels are not altered, because I am drafting 4 clothes at once. So when you have this patience in working, it's part of the upgrade. Upgrade is not something that you don't see, you imagine. It's something that you do on a daily basis. The total contribution of what you are doing, makes you to be an upgraded tailor. From time to time, if you have anything that is bothering you in fashion designing, you ask your senior colleagues in the business. Ask them, how do you challenge this? How do you overcome this when you encounter it? And they will explain to you. So when you hear upgrade, don't only think it's only on sewing. It's in general aspects. Anything you are doing in tailoring is part of the upgrade. You might be doing something right, but in the wrong method, right? So you need to get to know the best way to do a whole lot of things. That is how you become an upgraded tailor. Just like some tailors, when they want to cut fabrics on layers, they fold the whole fabrics this way. It's very wrong, because by the time you fold the fabrics in this form, the inner ones tends to be shortened, or it doesn't get to exact size you want. So how is the best way to fold the fabric? Even if you want to load 5 fabrics, 10 fabrics, fold them one after the other. How do I mean? When you pick up any fabric, let's say this one, you first fold, like you fold it this way, singular, right? Then fold the next one on top again. Lay them individually so that every folding will be properly aligning at the folded edge. So these things are also part of the secrets that most people don't know. And I want to also tell you that when you have finished learning from your boss, it is highly recommended or advisable that you go and do what they call internship. Internship is looking for someone that is in the field and working for the person for a short period of time. It might be 6 months, 1 year, depending on how you agreed with the person. So however you and the person agreed, you have a first-hand experience or a first-hand knowledge in the industry, because after learning, there are some things you still need to learn: customer relationship, how to meet up with workflow, timing, time management, and pricing. So these things might be what your oga or your boss might not have time to teach you. Even if he have taught you, you still need to experience it from another source, so that you'll be well equipped in the future to handle the pressure. Don't be desperate to go and open a shop when you have not really worked for someone for like 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. It doesn't mean how many months you learn tailoring, or how many years you learn tailoring, or how many whatever. All you just need is to be successful when you kickstart your journey in sewing properly, right? So all these things I'm telling you now contributes to your upgrade. That's why you see most people excel more than the other, because they have really paid their dues by following the due processes. But most times, most young tailors now tend to jump protocols. You see them always, once they finish learning, next they will do is to go and open shop. It's good though to open your shop. It's good though. I'm not against it, but then take your time to enroll in do your internship seriously. Take it seriously. See how things are being done. Bear in mind that everything about fashion designing is calculation. Like, you need to be calculative enough, both from timing, calculation, trying to know how many minutes, how many hours it takes you to produce a clothes. So these things contributes for you to know how many jobs you can take in at every given point in time. But when you don't know these things, it will really give you headache, because if you over take jobs that you cannot deliver within a period of time, it will clash. Like, your timing will clash with jobs, and you will fail. And once you start failing from beginning, you will see you will see disappointing customers as a normal thing. You will no longer be zealous enough to meet up with timing. And you also try to know, okay, if you are going to open a shop, are you going to rent an apartment or a shop? Now, you still need to build your customer base, your clients, your contacts, because anyone you are even going for, you will still need patronage immediately for immediate sales. But if you just open a shop and you don't know anybody already, you don't have somebody or some people you have worked for in the past months or in the past years while you are learning, how do you intend to have patronage immediately? Because this job now is oversaturated. Fashion designing now is becoming oversaturated, meaning that people are trooping into fashion designing with a whole lot of different packaging. You see people that don't even know how to sew. They have a shop they run. They have used money to inject in a business that they can even rent a plaza and pay for it and buy mannequins, buy everything, and start up in a massive way. But whereas they don't know how to sew, they will just employ people to work for them. So those people are now your competitors. They're now your contenders. So how are you going to win them? Are you going to win them with your poor finishing, low way of working, low working ethics, inadequate machines and accessories? Are you going to win them with your poor finance? Are you going to win them with your poor knowledge in the industry? So what will make you to stand out is when you have learned your job diligently and you are doing exceptionally well. So by so doing, you will see yourself making exploits, right? You will see yourself making exploits as you progress in the field. So I just deem it fit to address this issue for us, or talk to us about it, so that we can always have that patience in our growth stages. Because if you are in a haste, you will not believe or have patience to prepare yourself very well to stand the pressure that will be before you as you are in the field. There are some tricks that someone who learns and did an internship will make, or we have, that if you didn't do the internship, it will not really you will not really find it funny. You will only find it difficult. So I just deem it fit thought it wise to talk to us on the importance on the areas of upgrade, so that you don't waste your money, or you don't put yourself in a tight corner when you are doing your when you are learning your skill. All right, so I don't know if this video might have assisted someone or made sense to someone out there. So if you have gotten some value in what I just said, so do well to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and also ask your questions in the comment section of this video. So I will always go around the comments to checkmate, or to check comments that have been asked, or that have been asked, and then I will now know what to do about it. So I will now reply. So I think I have really used this cutting process to grab your attention to watch this very point. It's not every time I'll be explaining tailoring, sewing. So I think I need to talk something or say something outside the box, so that most of us will also learn and understand. All right, guys. So I'll be leaving you guys here, and I'll see you in my next clip. Bye bye for now. See you in my next video.